Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today we're going to work on a very soft beat, and I'm going to try not to make it too long but really get into the details as well. So first I'm starting off by lining out that first brow. I'm really just shading everything in. I'm not using a harsh hand because I don't want to mess this up. So I finished shading in one brow. The same exact thing that I did to the other, I'm going to do to the right brow. So I'm just going to shade that in and then blend it up in the upwards motion just to make sure the hairs don't look sparse and they look nice and smooth. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe concealer as I always do. I'm just going to conceal that under brow and really take my time here because she does have a lot of hair there since, quarantine. We can't get our eyebrows done. So I'm really just concealing that and getting underneath that brow. So a good technique for brows that works for me is that I start off by the brow bone, which is where the arch is. I start off in that middle area since it's the hardest section. Then I make my way to the end of the brow, and then I find my way back to the beginning of the brow. So it's middle, end, and then the beginning. That's the technique that I use. Just to make sure the bottom brows are even, I put both of them side by side and I just do some finishing touches and touch up the bottom a little bit. He's a clown, but for the top part of the brows, I'm using the same exact thing, that Morphe concealer, and I'm using a steady hand. I'm not rushing it. I'm taking my time. I'm making sure that brush is nice and flat, and I'm just making my way down. Making my way down, Tom. I'm making my way down. Like, look at how beautiful that brow is. Look at that arch. Ugh, we love to see it. We love to see a good brow. I'm going to follow the same exact steps from the next brow, but I'm starting off in the middle part, as I said. I'm getting to the front, and then I'm going to end at the end part of the brow. Her brows are really thick, so I'm just going to follow that same structure, that same exact shape, and I'm not going to force it to be any slimmer. So now I'm gonna go in with my Real Technique setting brush. This is extremely important, guys. Like, I used to just put the foundation on top of this without blending out the concealer first, just because I was being lazy. But you have to blend out the concealer because it does show once you put that foundation on. So make sure you guys blend it out. Don't be lazy. Blend out that concealer and don't just slap on the foundation. To prime her eyes today, I'm using the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the very first shade, which is the lightest shade. And I'm going to pat that product on so that it can be nice and tacky for the eyeshadow. You don't want your eyeshadow to go on a wet canvas. It has to be tacky. So we're going for a soft look today, so I'm just going to go in with a brown shade that's close to her skin tone. And I'm going to tap that product in. I'm using a Morphe brush. I don't remember the exact number. I think it's a 443 brush, but I'm using that and I'm tapping in that brown shade. Then I'm going to tap on a light nude with my Wet n Wild crease brush, cut crease brush. So I'm going to tap in that nude with that. And then I did the same for the other eye, and I added a little shimmer because I didn't want it to be too dull. You feel me? Like, it can't be too dull. So then I'm going in with a damn, I forgot what the I'm sorry. I am going in with a eyeliner. Yes, an eyeliner. And this is a liquid liner. I'm just gliding across her eye. I really have to do a tutorial to really show you guys, but for me it's easy. It takes practice. So the two foundation sticks that I'm using are from Black Opal. I'm using the shades Warm Almond and Suede Mocha. Suede Mocha is the darker shade and Warm Almond is that lightest shade. So as I said in one of my previous videos, that beauty blender is used for light coverage, not full coverage, and I don't usually like light coverage, but my best friend, she just looks better with a lighter foundation look, so I'm going in with that beauty blender, and then after the fact, I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques brush. So the same exact foundation that I used on her face, which was the lightest shade in Warm Almond, is what I'm going to use for her first shade of highlight. As you guys know, I always go in with my Real Techniques brush just to clean up any harsh edges. Now we're using that same Morph concealer that we use under and above our eyebrows, and we're just going to use that to conceal the under eye because it is a brighter color concealer. To contour, I'm using the Black Radiance palette, and I'm just getting her cheekbones, well, right below her cheekbones, her forehead. Even though her forehead is small, she didn't really need any contour. But I'm getting those cheekbones, the forehead, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to do the nose for this video. Don't remember, but we'll see. I don't remember the exact name of this brush, but I know it's a Real Techniques brush. I love it because it's super dense, so when I'm trying to blend out that contour product, it just blends out seamlessly. It's dense, but it's soft. I really don't know how to describe it. Like, y'all just really have to get in tune with those Real Technique brushes. So I left that concealer under her eye purposely just so that it could sit there and dry a little bit, because Morph concealers, they dry. So I leave it under the eye so it could dry a little bit so that it could be more of a full coverage. If you were to blend it out automatically, the full coverage would just not be there, which is fine if you want a softer look. So I'm going in with that Real Techniques brush again, applying a little bit more foundation to it so that something could actually come off of the brush. So yeah, I'm cleaning up the sparse edges. I love watching this come together. Like, this is just, I don't know, it's therapeutic, you know? Everything's just coming together. Makeup is truly art. So I'm just going to set underneath her eyes with a light hand. I'm not baking, I'm just pressing that product into her face. So I'm taking my Real Techniques setting brush and I'm using a contour powder just to go over that cream contour that I put there. This is used to set the contour. So you use a cream contour to contour the face, and then you use a powdered contour just to set that cream contour. She most definitely was feeling herself, but as she should, because her face is beat. So now I'm using a blush brush, of course, from Real Techniques, and it's an orange shade that I dipped into a Juvia's Place palette with. It's really used to warm up the face. For me, I usually don't use it as an eyeshadow, but I'm just warming up her face, bringing back that color, and this could be used as a blush. So because it's a very soft look, we're doing a soft highlight today. I'm getting her nose, a little bit of her forehead, above her lip, and then I'm gonna get her cheekbones. So this is a little bit of nose contour that I'm doing for today. I'm taking that leftover product that was from the powder contour, and I'm just contouring her nose a little bit. Look was cute, but I feel like I needed a little more to it. So I just added a little bit of this white shade into the crevices of her eye, the tear duct of her eye. So the crevices into the tear duct of her eye to add a little more, you know, pop. So this is the final look. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you got this far, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this look and what you guys want to see next. Have a great day, y'all.